Okay. Hello, everyone. Good day. And thank you again for coming here today. If you're here on Speak with Heart, which is an extension of One Global Movement, you are in the right place. You are in a fun place. You are in a place where every child counts. No child gets left behind. You're in a place where the parents' opinion and discussions and questions count and even answers. We all here need to contribute because the challenges, the difficulties facing our youth globally, it is very important, very crucial, and it is unique to every situation, to every child. And it is because of our contribution here towards One Global Movement that we begin to carry out conversations that will provide the tools and the kind of education that these kids need, depending on their environment, not one size fits all educational system that we see around the world. And we are so grateful that Unpassive is here because of what we are doing here today is because of Unpassive. Unpassive is here to provide that kind of education that is void of corruption, that will tailor the curriculum to fit the needs of every child because every child is unique in their own way and no child deserves to be criticized or to be termed as a troubled child because they have not yet provided what that child needs. So I'm going to begin. The topic is young women and education. We're going to focus today on the young woman. Why? Because the young woman, even the woman, is the one that has been marginalized all around the world, be it in the United States, in Cameroon, in Asia, wherever. We have to talk about the young woman and the woman. So I will begin with President Nelson Mandela's quote. He says, education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. And I want people to understand that education is not just classroom education, acquiring a certification, showing it, oh, I have this, I have this. Education is exactly what we are doing here today, carrying out discussions that will address the issues that face our young people, our children. So that is what education is. And in my own what I said, education, education, and more education until we exit the stage of life before we can stop learning. We're always learning, and that is what we are doing in Unpassive learning. The back office is our university, always going there to learn, to know how we can enhance our business, how we can serve people, not just trying to sign them in. How best can we serve? If you have to serve one customer best for 2 days, that's exactly what it is, because when you do it well, that transcends boundaries and take it forward to other people, and having more people to do the same. So education is a right, not a privilege. It is an opportunity, not an entitlement. This is said by Duncan, and very important. The best way to predict your future is to create it. You create it how? Through education. Very, very important. And I want to George Bernard Shaw, I love what he says. George Bernard Shaw said, life isn't about finding yourself, it is about creating yourself. Not finding what can I find to get from this person? What can I profit from this person? But what can another person profit from you through what you have created for yourself? That is what is more important. And Maya Angelou, that I studied her works a lot, she said, I did then what I knew now, and I did then what I knew how to do. Now that I know better, I am going to do better and I will do better. So it's so important. So young women and education is a very interesting topic, and it is a controversial topic that they keep going for debate back and forth. Should a woman acquire an education? Even in this country, in the United States, some women are still disgruntled because they don't get them involved in a lot of things, and that is education. And that is why sometimes we say women's rights, because we have that natural right that has been given to us. And nobody has that right to take it away from us, except the one who gave it to us. And so we will continue with powerful women here like you, Esther, Dr. Benny, Corina. There is nothing that we cannot change in this world. We go with communication, honesty, truthfulness, just silently changing it in the background, because we women have been known as the silent whispers behind the background, changing things. Because without the woman, I don't think the society will be built. So let us continue to do those things. So young women and education have been the focus of significant attention and advocacy efforts worldwide. Education plays a very important, crucial role in empowering young women and girls, promoting gender equality, and advancing their personal and societal well being. Here are some key aspects and considerations relating to young women and education. So, in your own opinion, you guys are there in the chat. Bring some key opinions right there in the chat. What do you think are some of the aspects that are very important relating to the young women's education? What do you think is important? So you put them there. So, number one, the access to that education. Do these young women know where to get that education? In many parts of the world, young women face barriers to accessing education, such as cultural norms. I face it. That is why I'm so strong against those cultural barriers when it concerns the young woman's education. If not of my grandmother, I would not be here today. I would have been long gone like the other young girls. But because of that, I have devoted my entire life to making sure that young people, with a focus on the young woman, get the education that they need, the education that they deserve according to their environment, not according to some global curriculum of education, according to what is it that they want to be educated on, what is their purpose. That is what we build a curriculum based on what they need to learn, what they love to learn. So it's so important. So we have those cultural norms, economic constraints in terms of finances, and then distance to schools. We hear a lot of African kids. They are dying in seas and oceans and in bushes because they're trying to get into other countries to acquire education and jobs. And in so doing, they die because there are barriers for them to enter. And this is what we have to work tirelessly to eliminate, not to see another child dying. What if it was your own child? What are you going to do? So that is so important. And then we have early marriage. In my case, at 11, forcing an 11-year-old into marriage instead of giving her an education. But thank God it did not happen because of my grandmother, who fought with all her being, her life, and made sure that I got that education. And today, not because of pride or anything, is an example that I was the first female child with a bachelor's, a master's, and recently a PhD. Those kids in that village and all over the world, they look up to me. They write to me every day. They say, what can we do? What can I do? It, it just breaks my heart a lot, because a lot of girls are still suffering around the world because of customs and traditions that they did not create. They wrote it against them. So it bothers me. I am here now speaking, enjoying, doing things with you guys. What about the other young girls that are not able to do that? That is why we are here. I will fight all my life until I die to make sure that every young girl gets an education. Everyone, including young boys. But I focus on the young woman because they are those on the disadvantage. So there is also initiatives like scholarships, that they are by a school construction. They construct the school, build the schools without building, like, just say simple things like the hygienic department for young girls. Young girls suffer. Some don't even have the money to buy a pad to wear. They don't have the right bras to wear. They need to inculcate that into the school curriculum, things that are practical, not things that are theoretical. So that is very, very important. And then awareness campaigns, gender equality. You and I, we're going to talk about gender equality, awareness. What are our campaigns all about? Awareness, awareness, awareness. So I'm going to, it's a long one. We will treat this in our One Global Movement 1 hour show. So the second point is girls' education. Early childhood and primary education are critical. Head Start in the case of the United States. In the case of Cameroon or Nigeria or other countries around or Asia, it's so important. Primary education is very important, the basics. But what does education mean? It starts with you, it starts with me. We have to start reading to our children in the stomach, in the womb. My grandmother taught me. She was never educated, but she knows everything better than those of us who think that we're educated. She said, when you have your baby, when the baby starts kicking in your womb 4 5 months, start reading to that child, because that child will hear you, because that child feeds from you, the mother. Everything that you say, you touch, you set your eyes on, that child is doing the same thing like you. And I did it to my son. Not for any reason. My son started reading before he turned 3. And he's a very smart boy, because I did everything possible in my capacity to make sure that he gets the education. And in turn now, he is uplifting young children. He writes book for young children with beautiful graphics that are attractive to their eyes, and they're reading. Some people order them for home education. Some he donated some to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So that is so important. It starts with us. The teachers are there to give just instructions, but to really, really teach our children, it starts with us. What is it that do you watch your child? What do you think your child is always gravitating towards? Is it fixing things? Is it reading? What is it? So now when the child goes to school, we focus on what the child loves. In my case, we knew that my son would be an engineer, but what kind of engineer we did not know, because he was too much into fixing things, building things, and aeroplanes, aircraft, and all those things. And we just kept following, teaching him like that. But he changed his mind along the way. But he said, you know what? I love my aerospace engineering. I'm not going to do any other thing. And so we have to be those ones to watch those children, because their child comes out with their gift. We have to make them understand that gift from a very young age. So it's so important.
Yvonne, yeah,
Yes.
1 minute. 1 minute. Let me pause it there. I saw something on the chat now from Yvonne Flynn. The thing touched my heart. It's about a Somalian movie she watched, and the parents were teaching their child, and they saw visitors coming, and they had to hide all the things they're using to educate their child. I never knew that something like this still happened. So please, if you're listening to this topic, our sister Yvonne is discussing today, and you come from a culture or a background where they still think that girls' education is a taboo, that a woman's place is in the kitchen, please, can you try and help us to pass this message around? See a way we can possibly do to change that culture. It's really, really important. I saw this now and I couldn't believe it, that something like this still exists in this kind of world we're in now. Thank you. Can continue.
Thank you so much. This is what we call discussion. You see something, you bring it up. It's not about just loading people, it's about discussion. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Yvonne. You are my namesake. Thank you so much. Okay, Dr. Benny, go
Yes,
ahead.
please. Sister Esther or Queen Esther, I mean, you made that statement that some people in different environments, should I say, and let's just give an example in Africa or different countries, that they expect women just to stay at home. It should end as from today.
Absolutely.
It should end as
Absolutely.
from today. Do
Absolutely.
you guys know? Let me tell you, do you guys know that nowadays, parents, when you deliver a baby girl in Africa, the men, they get upset with the mother. It is not the mother's fault.
It's still happening.
Okay, if it is still happening, I need to see them. Sorry. No, because this is nonsense.
We are the
This is a very serious topic. Yes.
We are. We need to see them. We are the ambassadors of unpassive.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me just hear.
You know what? That's
we
a
will
situation,
utilize
for instance,
get
I'm not
these
taking
messages
your
across.
from you. A situation where a family have an only son, and the family gets married for that only son.
Okay.
Then the first child that woman will have, if it turns out to be a girl, that is where the problem and hatred starts for the woman. So this has been ongoing. Even till tomorrow, it is there. That is the Igbo culture where I come from. It is something that we need to work on and see a way we can get this to stop. Because the children women have, It is not them that put it there. It's God. And it depends on what the man put inside you that you have to bring out. So this is real. It is happening.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We're
Thank you so
discussing.
much.
This is so good. This
Thank
is
you so
great.
much, Queen Esther. I just want to let all the men, wherever you are, listen to me today. If you have a baby girl, I want you to count your blessing, because
Yes.
this baby girl is your future. Girls are more, you guys don't know, in America, 90% of the girls, they are the one doing the work more than the men. I see it. I've been here for
Absolutely.
34 years. Nobody to play
Absolutely.
with any girl. Don't play with me. I'm sorry.
No,
Proceed.
it's okay.
Thank
I know
you.
sometimes we can take it so personal, especially in my case where I went through this
Yes.
experience. We sometimes it can be very personal, but I thank Yvonne so much for bringing this. And a lot of odds are against young girls. Some of them, we will talk about them, like the genital mutilation and the breast grinding. We're going to come to those things because the rules and regulations are not written by God who created us. They are written by the men against the women and children. And so we are going to travel the world. We are right here. We're going to travel the world. Those of us here go to each and every country and speak about it. That is the real education. Making sure that our names are also put in the school curriculum so that we can contribute going into the Senate seats, going into the parliament, speaking about this thing. I'm trying to get into the White House so they can hear me from there. They can hear me because it's still existing. We are in a country, United States or Canada, or we've been, or United Kingdom, we've been given so much. But this should be accessible to every child. And taking the rules and regulations of this country, we go to other areas. I just came back from Asia. It's the same thing in Asia, the same culture there. So it is so important. I'm so glad. If you see any other thing in the chat, bring it up. We don't have to just keep talking. Just bring it up.
Absolutely. Dr.
Thank you
Briddy, I
so
think
much,
you want to say
Yvonne, for
something.
everything. So I'm just going to leave. Let me take a picture with that comment on the screen. Can somebody take a picture with that comment, please? So that we can post it.
Yeah.
Somebody should take a good picture, like two, and then we'll share it. And then we're talking about secondary and higher education, encouraging young women to pursue secondary and higher education is essential for career opportunities, leadership roles, raising the family, even educating our own children beginning from home. Women's participation in fields such as STEM, sciences, technology, engineering, and mathematics, it is so vital, has been a focus to bridge gender gaps. It's going to bridge these gaps. It's not like before they said, no, your place, I was told, I choose to be a journalist, to do journalism in university. But my uncle said, no, go and do teaching or go and do domestic sciences. And I didn't like it. And I never liked it. I came to the United States. I said, you know what? I am in the land of freedom and liberty. I am going to pursue what I wanted. And here is even good because you can do it differently. And now I'm doing it and I did it and I'm going to continue to do it. This is so important. Very, very important. Important. Empowerment is another point. Education empowers the young woman by providing her with the tools, resources, and the things that they need, the decision that they can make on their own to make sure that they are living a happy, productive life, and including their health. Their health is so important. We talked about obstetric fistulas. Obstetric fistulas is a medical term. It affects, oh, sorry, my phone. Sorry. Okay, it affects women in those countries where young girls are being pushed into marriages very young when they are not fully developed. If a girl is not fully developed from 18 years and up, I say 21 years, this is what happens when they get pregnant, they give birth to a child. Now they develop a kind of cancer called obstetric fistulas. Now they will sit, and then this cancer will give you an odor, a smell that when you sit among people, you start to smell. And now
It's true.
they start shunning you, making you feel ashamed,
Absolutely
not to
true.
come close to them. It is
Absolutely
happening
true.
in Sudan. I'm helping a group in Sudan right now where they push the young girls, even men as old as 50. They are sleeping with a 14, a 13, a 15-year-old. It's horrible. So we need to talk about this thing because what if it was your child?
Yeah.
I teach my son these things because I want him to be one of the best husbands and fathers in the world. And so we need to teach our children this, especially our young girls. So,
Mhm.
and then we have to really educate them. Self-confidence is a lot of is things that our young girls are facing. See in
Mhm.
school, they want to be slim, they don't want to be fat. They want to be like Beyonce. They want to be like Angelina Jolie. No, be you. Be
Yes.
you.
Yes.
I am going to be me. I am going to eat me. I am going to wear me. I am going to do what comes from my own heart. That is why I term this show Speak with Heart. It means you speak with intuition,
Mhm.
uniqueness. You speak knowing that you will make mistakes because mistakes is a part of learning so that we are not afraid of anything. And then health and well-being. Education can also have a positive impact on the young women's health as educated women tend to make healthier choices for themselves, their children, and their family. It lowers the rate of child marriages and childbirth, a child giving birth to another child. When you educate them, they will know. And when you educate them, they will know what decision to make. Is it okay for me to be pregnant? So the man doesn't come and say, you have to do this. I have to do this. So I hope the young girls out there, they hear. You have the right. We are here for you. All of us you see on the screen, we are here. Go ahead, Dr.
Mhm.
Ben.
There is a very interesting comment here from Quido, one of my
Okay, let me
country.
bring it on the screen. Will
Yeah,
you guys take a picture of the other one from Yvonne?
yes, I did. I've sent it
Okay,
to you.
let me bring this one to the
Yeah,
screen. Is
good.
that
Can I say
okay?
something after Dr. Yvonne? After
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Benny?
One of my country, Ghana, former later president said, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate the whole world, the whole nation. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
This is true and nothing but the truth.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Thank you so much, Quindo. Thank you,
Yeah.
because when you remember, when you give a woman one thing, she takes it and multiplies it. You give a
Yeah.
woman, say, $500 for food. What does she do? She buys and she multiplies those things. You give a woman just one sperm, she multiplies it and gives you a baby, sometimes twins, sometimes triplets, sometimes even quadruplets. What can a woman not multiply? That is why the young girls education is so important. Go ahead, Karen.
Oh, I just thought that you had mentioned about breakfast and education, and in respect to the children having a good breakfast in the morning. I think that's one of the most important things because they can't think if they don't have the food, and I think that's one of the things that I'm concentrating on. And in love, like children need love, they need guidance.
Yes, they do.
They need a way to show them, because I never had that. So I simply understand exactly where you're coming from as well. So I think if we give them a platform, they're gonna take it and run with it. Everything we give them is gonna be beneficial. So I'm happy that I'm here. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
think you're going
Thank
to be
you.
on my board of planners to build schools, because my school, my
Yeah.
own vision of my school is to build an IT school, polytech school, according to the environment. But here is the thing, because if a hungry man is an angry man, if somebody doesn't eat, they get very angry.
I
Think
do.
about a child. If a
That's my
child
ex.
yes, if a child does not eat, they cannot focus. You can't say
Yes.
you're not studying, you're having poor grades. Did you provide the right nutrition or the food that that child needs? So
Yeah.
my own vision of a school is to build a school. We have to have a supper table where when
Yes.
the child comes from school, they go, they study with a computer, they do their research and everything, they eat well and go
Yes.
home and sleep well. And then the
Yeah.
parents too can also take a break. And
Yeah.
then the library is right there in the school. Everything that they need, whether it is agriculture or whatever, the tools are right there in that same school. So you guys will be on my board of plan of how to design the school. So it's so important. Thank you so much for
I've
that.
got
This
lots
is
of ideas.
Dr. Benny.
Oh yeah.
I haven't shared them because they'll take them. So I just
Dr. Benny.
Yes, yes. I'm ready to
You guys
talk.
discuss. We're discussing
Yeah.
now. We,
Oh
we
yes.
Yeah.
cannot finish a topic. We'll
No,
do it some other
we
time. So
will
let's just
continue,
be
right?
discussing.
Because
Yeah.
Let's
I
acknowledge
know we
people.
don't. I know we don't have
Thank
that much time, But this topic is very important, most importantly to my younger girls. Okay? We all know that our children, they are the future.
Yes.
These girls, I will say it again, these girls, my daughters, remember that when a child is in your womb, Dr. Yvonne, when the
Yes.
baby is in your womb, it's yours.
Yes.
But when the baby is out, it's ours. Now, the environment dictates.
For them.
Yes. So if you have a baby girl and the girl is studious, you may see another young girl over there and that girl is not. So this girl, your baby, will try to focus to that type of a girl who is not educated. And then it will change her mind. So like I said, the environment dictates. Now, this thing that you guys talk about, food, it is very important. I agree with you. First of all, in the underprivileged, our underprivileged children, most of them, sometimes when they go to school and fail exam, our parents beat, right?
Yes.
We do beat.
Yes.
You are beating the child. Why? Did you feed that child? Were you there? Were you there to help that child also? Let me say, when the instructors give an assignment to your daughter or to your son, are you there to work with that child? So this thing is to involve all the parents as well, not only the children.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My father was an educated man, so I had to push myself to go to school. And I want my children, not only my children, yours, and all younger girls. Dr. Yvonne, we are going to work together. We are going to push this
I'm
young
glad
girl.
you had the right instructor.
I am
Penny.
serious.
That's
Do you know
important.
that if a girl is not educated, men, they try to downgrade them? I am not going to allow any man to downgrade any of my girls. We got to
Which,
work together and encourage them. No. I'm not here
Dr.
to say.
Benny,
No, this is
for
so
those
true.
of us that are educated, we know what we are going through. Now, think of somebody that have not seen the four walls of secondary school. I'm not talking about high institution. What the person's future will be. So for everyone listening to this discussion this evening, please have it in mind that this one global movement, in addition to some other sub movements that will come under it, we are going to make every effort, no matter what it takes, to make sure that we'll carry this to practicality. It is going to happen. Just watch out for it. Spread this news to anybody that comes across you. We mean this business and we are going for it. It can take us to the moon, to the sky, to the whole world, to wherever it is. We are going to make this happen.
Yes.
Anywhere where you see this one global movement school, be rest assured that every child in it is going to be comfortable in every aspect of comfortability. Thank you.
And thank you so much. You guys are talking. We all have something that we are doing, because whatever we do is towards our future. The future is the children. You, Corina, you, Esther, you, Dr. Benny, and others that are listening. You have initiatives that you're doing, like the food thing. Food is number one. Now
Yeah,
you
we
form
can't
your
do anything without
organization
it.
based on that food, and then we come together under one global movement. We move along and start seeing how we can make that happen. We can set plans in every school. We implant our feet, one global movement feet, with your organization in those schools, and then we make sure that those things are being followed. We have a global monitoring that we can monitor to make sure that those systems work. And Dr. Benny, thank you so much, because it takes an entire village to raise a child.
Yes,
And we raise these children well, not even putting these children that you're talking. When you are highly educated, your husband puts you down, sabotages you for having higher education. I am a victim of that. Oh, you think you're highly educated? Oh, this, you have to be under me. You got to listen. They try to suppress you and put you down. And I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough.
I agreed.
You
You
can
know what?
go.
I don't spend my time with that kind of stuff. If
Yes.
people are going to put you down, you just kind of have a nice day, walk
Bye.
away.
I have something on the chat, please. We have a note on the chat which is important, please, from Jana. Jana?
Jana. Okay.
Bridget just said something too. Was
No.
nice.
Okay.
Jana. Okay, here.
It says
Jana
only
is always
education.
a very great contributor here.
Yes, only education can build self-confidence.
Yes.
So educating young women actually empowers them with forms
Which
a
ultimately,
nation,
Empowers a
which
nation. Yeah.
ultimately formed the nation. Yes. So this is very
absolutely,
important, please.
Yes,
absolutely.
young
Very
women,
good. Thank you
women
so
are
Thank
the
you,
much.
nation
Sage.
builders. I always say that we are the nation builder. I saw it from my mother.
Mhm.
I saw it from my grandmother.
Well, they
Women
look
who
to
did not
you.
know anything.
They
Go
look to
ahead.
us for guidance, right? They look up to us for
Yes, yes.
which way
So
to
we
go.
have to be the one to go. I'm traveling the world.
Guidance.
I'm
Yeah.
already making arrangements to
Yeah.
visit all the countries in the world, particularly in those areas where, and the presidents need to know that we are coming. They need to know.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
So, but thank you guys so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jana, for your great contribution. I see you on YouTube. I see all of you. You're contributing. Please like, share, and subscribe, and get your friends to like, share, and subscribe so that these things can reach to one global
Every
movement
corner.
to spread to all corners of the globe to disseminate all what we are doing here today is the real education. So I thank you guys so much for being here. And I asked the ladies that contributed before from Ghana, Queen Dor, or whoever, and Yvonne Finn. Yvonne is my namesake, and other people that are here today. We are all parents. We are all adults. Join this one global movement. We cannot just do it, only a few of us. And the goal of one global movement is to reach 1.7 billion young people worldwide with a focus on the young woman. Together, we can do it. Help us build those schools that are tailored to the things that we want for our children, our young girls. Corina, I will remember that food project as I draw my plan, but
Yeah.
I need somebody to help me draw a plan for this school thing. It's a
Yes.
global plan. It's not just for one country. We'll do it globally, but then we tailor it uniquely according to the environment.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you
Esther, I
guys so much.
apologize
I
if I
think
spelled your name wrong.
thank you guys for coming.
I can't see it.
Tomorrow is another day. Thank you so much, Jana. Thank you, Queen Dot. Thank you, Yvonne Finn. Thank you, Corina, Esther, Dr. Benny. You guys
You're
made me
welcome.
feel so proud and happy that, you know what, I am being supported. So if I fall, I have people that have my back. So
Pick you up.
tomorrow is another day.
I'll
Let's
catch
get
you.
ready. And suggest
We'll catch
topics.
you.
Any topic that you suggest, we will talk about it. You guys suggest topic, text me. We can do work with this topic. Text me before time, and then I will see if there are topics that I had treated before in the past. Because I speak on girls' education in France before, it was really welcome. Because what happened to me, I don't play with it. Because if I was dead, that would be it for me. Other girls will be suffering still. So it's so important.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much. We are above the time here. We
Can
love
end the
you all. Did you guys take the pictures?
no.
No.
Can you stop live?
Okay, let me stop live.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye. We love you all. See you
Bye
tomorrow.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Still on live.